Hey everybody, welcome to Beatle Brad's channel. Yes! Alright, we are back. And today I am back in my series of Beatle bootlegs. Imports. That's right, imports. Didn't say that first word. Imports. Don't want to get flagged again for the bad word. Alrighty. Show you my first one up, and this is a very old one, and this is still in the original shrink. Kind of makes it look like Japanese up in through here, and like I said, it's almost like a Xerox copy. But yeah, this is still in the shrink wrap, and I'll let you read the back because the back has got the information. Okay, you getting all that? Sorry. There isn't any bloody backing on the piece of paper. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kidding. I'm joking around because back in the early days, bootlegs lots of times came just like this, to where they didn't have any information. If you could see this, it's kind of hard to see it, but it says Mary Jane, the new Mary Jane. And that was kind of a big deal, kind of a big song back then. So that was on this album, Mary Jane. And then the rest of side one is Beatles' Top of the Pops. And then side two is a lousy recording. I mean, a fantastic recording. It's not that good. It's just a, handheld mic, the Beatles in concert. And it's not the greatest. But this is the cool thing. Side A, at least they got that in there. So this kind of gives you a little bit of info. And then, follow along with me. I'm not too sure, but I think this is side B. Sorry, I'm being too silly. This is side B. Side A. And side B. I guess they either ran out of ink or money, something like that, because they sure didn't print what was the rest of the side B. I'm kind of going back and forth. So this is the next one, which is Beatles CD. And this is off the Beatles Abbey Road. And it's good. It's got a lot of great tracks. Basically what this CD is, and some of you have got this CD, or actually you've got the vinyl. Baby Tim Allen. Hey Tim, how's it going, guy? Tim Allen's got a great channel, by the way. Watch Tim Allen. Plug. Tim Allen, I think, has got the album where I think it's John. Is it John and Ringo? They're sitting on the steps of Abbey Road, and it's like 68, 69 and through there, and it's John and Paul maybe, and then Ringo and George on the back side of the album. But that's the two of them are on the front, and then two of them are on the back. But this is kind of a bootleg of a bootleg of a bootleg of that. But it's a 2 CD set. Basically the same stuff you have on that album. Me, Mr. Mayo may have the same thing. Then there's this CD, and I apologize for the picture. It is an absolute lousy picture. It's very, very dark. It's a color picture. Here's the back. And here is the music. There's a lot of music on this. And when I got this, I was really thrilled. I couldn't believe it because I was just like, oh, this is great. The problem with this CD, starting in on the bad stuff, is this CD does not have any really complete tracks. It's okay. I bought it at a show. Fancy cover. Look at that. Magnificent. Wow. So if you run across this one, it's okay. I wouldn't lose sleep searching for it. Okay, back to our fantastic Xerox covers. This is kind of another early Beatles bootleg. And this one is not too bad. A lot of this has already been released. A lot of this has already been put out. Back up a little bit so you get the whole thing. This is the back of it. A lot of this has already been released, like I said. The trackings are all down here. Excuse the fingers. I had to make sure where it was. This is the other tracking for here. It's got some good stuff, but nothing really, really terribly rare. Ringo does he sings on a TV show and a couple other appearances on here, like Paul McCartney, which has kind of been on the run. I don't think there's anything else inside of it. But this was back in the early days of bootlegs when they were just basically a Xerox. And then we go for another fantastic cover. That one that you saw earlier just had a side A. Well, this one doesn't even have a side A or a B. So you have to guess. No, by putting on the first song, you kind of get the gist of which side A and side B. These bootlegs, imports, are from the early days of late 70s and early 80s and through there. So a lot of them, I was younger, so I marked them on here. I'd say like side A and side B, that kind of thing. But as you can see, I mean, I've had this since the 80s, 70s, 80s, probably early 80s. Mine are all in great shape. Like I've said in the past, for those of you that are my newer viewers, I record all my stuff and put them onto CD. So all of my albums, all of my boots, imports, are all in fantastic shape. They really are. All of them are really good. And this is a great CD. If you can find this one, this is an excellent CD. This has got a lot of really good Let It Be stuff. And this has got a lot of good songs on it, as you can see. Sorry about the glare. Should have fixed that glare a little better. Great pictures down below. A lot of talk of Let It Be coming out this year. Hopefully, this is the year that Let It Be does come out. I would love to see that happen. The only problem is Paul McCartney's not too happy with Let It Be because he's bickering with George Harrison and he doesn't want to taint the image of the Beatles and all of that. And I've heard that story, and so they're talking about that Paul's not too happy to put it out, Let It Be. But hopefully this is the year, and we're all still talking about it. This is a very early bootleg as well. You can see the news clipping there. And mine is still in the original shrink wrap. This is one of the very, very first albums I bought. Imports. And it's good. A lot of it's already been released today. There isn't anything really fantastic on it. You know, What's the New Mary Jane was the big thing. And just for fun, here I even have my receipt to show my purchase of when I got this, which was in '79. So that's kind of cool. I ran across that just recently. So that's kind of neat. I mean, I'm really happy. That was like one of the very first ones I ever bought. And to buy those kind of albums, you had to go back in a back room of a record store. You just didn't, they weren't out on the shelves. Kind of like the cover of that, or cover, kind of like the insert of this. Kind of neat. Kind of a really homemade apple. That's for sure. Side A, side B, and this is in great shape too. Fantastic. I don't know if it's fantastic quality. It's good. It ranges from good to okay. You got to remember, back in the early days, bootlegs recordings were just basically, a lot of stuff was handheld recorders. So you really didn't get just mind-blowing fidelity like you do today. You know, you buy a CD or you buy an album of an import of Dylan, or a bootleg of Dylan, or Fleetwood Mac or something like that, and it's just fantastic. Well, back in the days, it wasn't that good. But and Beatles definitely were one of the ones that were part of that not sounding good. Okay, next CD is this one, and this is good. This has got a lot of early takes of Help stuff. This is good. I'm not really totally sure. It's a 2 CD set. I'm not totally sure this is done correctly. Like you see, there's a lot of tracks on this. If you need to pause on your own, I'll let you go ahead and do that. But this CD, it's a little fishy the way, you know, the guy comes in and he goes, take 6. Okay, here we go. So it's like a pause in between, and it's almost like too long of a pause, like they dubbed it and then they stopped it. So I don't know. It's all right. I should have shown you some of my other CD bootlegs that were better, but I'm showing you these. All right, recently we just saw this album. Me and Mr. Mayo has this LP, and this is my copy. This is in the lineup that I was just getting ready to show. So ironically, Joe and I are showing the exact same album, and they did number these. And there's me number. You like my album? Look up the number. Yeah. Okay, the cool thing that I liked about this was this album not only had the writing on it, but it was on blue transparent vinyl on both sides. And Beatle Brad absolutely loves colored vinyl. For those of you who are watching my channel or you're new, oh yes, Beatle Brad just loves colored vinyl. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Yeah, just love it. There's only a couple songs on each side, so as you can see, the grooves. So it's not like it's a full album. A lot of dead wax. And a big smudge mark right there. Thank you very much. That's in the dead wax part. So don't jump me about rubbing me finger all over the record. That was in the dead wax. But anyway, that's the songs on that. And it's great. It's pretty good recording. It's not bad. This next CD is really pretty darn cool. I wouldn't say it's on the top of my list, but it's pretty high up. And this is Abbey Road a cappella. And every single track on this CD is the Beatles a cappella. Sorry it's got a little slant to it, because if I go like this, you'll get a bad glare. So I'm having to do it that way. But every track on here is a cappella. And it's really pretty darn cool. Yeah, I do like it. So if you're looking for just kind of a fun CD just to throw in the car for a road trip or something like that, you're headed, this is kind of fun to hear. It really is. And it's a cappella. Did I say it's a cappella? Next CD, this is kind of just a one I bought. It's got a lot of rare tracks. I bought it at a record show. It was really kind of quick. It's a two-sided CD. This is doesn't even have the listings of songs. It's just got a bunch of stuff on it. I can't even tell you the songs that are on it, but there's some good stuff. But then on the side too is the interesting part, and the reason why I bought it is because it's all about Brian Epstein, and it's a documentary and a history and a whole thing about Brian, which is really great. Next one up is kind of the four. So we've got John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Really neat pictures, and each one of them represents a side to a bootleg album import. So you've got George, and there's your tracks, songs. Sorry, it's a little hard to read. Of George. Let's see if I can line this up. And then, then Ringo. I couldn't see it, so I'm trying to have to struggle here. Ringo. Like I said, you might need to pause. And then Paul. Your track listing there. And then John. I'm sorry, it's a little shaky. Hopefully you got all that. If not, maybe you can just go back and track through that again. There's Ringo again if you didn't get it. George. Paul. John. This is neat. Like I said, I really like this one. 2-record set. And it's got this for the cover. So they kind of spent their money on the record of it for that one. And then the second record is absolutely blank. So it's blank on both sides. They ran out of money and ink again. There's your record. I'm not gonna take it all the way out. You just, yeah, it's a record. Come on now. So, I know I'm kind of let's run into this real quick. I don't know if I've got enough time, but hey, that's okay. This is an excellent source. I showed another earlier book. This is another great source on Beatle bootlegs, or as they call it, the black market. And like I said, this is very good, and this has a lot of information on albums to get, what to look for. This book, I believe, is out of print now, but still you can run across it. It shows, and it is definitely still online. Got a lot of pictures in the middle here, so if you're looking for pictures to kind of help you with your stuff that you're buying, it's a great source to kind of help you along in that regards. So, but yeah, that's another book I've got. This is the second one I've shown you. I hope you saw the other book that I showed you, but this is kind of nice too. This is kind of a good information. Yeah, it only goes up. I mean, it doesn't go up to like 2,000 or anything like that, but it does go up fairly high. I'm not sure. This is mostly Yellow Dog. But anyway, the backing there kind of gives you the date. Here you go. There's the date. I didn't have my glasses on, so I can't really see it, but that'll kind of give you the date. But anyway, that is my bootlegs for now, my imports. And I hope you enjoyed watching this segment, which is number 9 in my series. Number 9, number 9, number 9. I was going to play that track, but Beatle Brad's getting flagged way too many times to be doing that. So that was his rendition. Did you like it? So, all right, everybody. That's the end of my segment on Beatles bootlegs for now. I've got more bootlegs to come, believe it or not. More great imports to show you. And I want to say hello to my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. We have a great time on my channel, just having fun, laid back, relax, and we have fun and we laugh and watch Beatle Brad make mistakes. You guys comment and tell me what I'm doing or saying wrong. I don't know everything about the Beatles. I'm still learning just like everybody else, but having fun in the process. So hi to my new subscribers. Thank you very much to my old subscribers that have been with me for a long time. My subscriptions keep going up, which is great. So for those of you who have been my older subscribers, your check's in the mail. Keep an eye out. It's on its way. Yeah, right. So, yeah, great fun, great fun. Good to see each and every one of you. Thank you so very much for watching. I thoroughly enjoyed just showing you great fun Beatles stuff, and we have more to come. So stay tuned, and as I say, I am out of here. Take care, everybody. See ya.